Maximum health benefits are what everyone is looking for in their supplements. And in the arena of competitive bodybuilding or body sculpting, you hear the words whey protein are spoken of with reverence. But even for the gym rat or average Joe looking to optimize their health goals, whey proteins are often a foundational component of their supplement regime. Agreed. But are all whey proteins the same? The truth is that many of the brands and even many of the natural brands in health food stores are using an inferior source of whey protein, which has resulted in giving this nutritional supplement a bad rap. Who here likes yogurts? Okay, it's not that important, but for example, have you ever noticed the liquid on top of natural yogurts when you open them? That is whey protein in its original form. Why are you paying so much money for protein powders when all it is this liquid whey that has gone through a drying process to remove all the water to turn it into powder? Good question, and I suggest that some of the more expensive ones are the least beneficial. A Consumer Reports test showed that 3 of the 15 protein drinks tested contained risky levels of arsenic, cadmium, and lead. All these factors render them inferior from a health perspective. Let's take a moment for a very important tangent and just give you the juice on selecting your whey protein, or should I say complete plus protein shakes. 1. It's all about the source, and if the source is contaminated, so will the end powder. So start with grass-fed farms. This means all natural. Pasture-fed cow's whey, not pesticide-treated. Grain-fed cow's whey. Pasture-fed cows produce whey that is nutritionally superior to grain-fed. B contains an impressive amino acid and immunosupportive nutrient profile. C is rich in healthy fats, linoleic acid and CLA conjugated linoleic acid. Okay, are you still with us? Here is the second tip. 2. Non-GMO. Choose whey made without GMOs. Next is raw, which is typically also considered cold processed. This is a most critical component to consider when selecting your whey, because heat processed whey A makes the whey acidic and nutritionally deficient. B damages the immunosupportive micronutrients. C makes the whey inadequate for consumption. D and I have even read that it has been found to be carcinogenic by some studies, whereas cold processed whey protects the nutrients in their natural state. 3. Your whey should be of the nature of a concentrate, not an isolate. An isolate are proteins stripped away from their nutritional cofactors or phytonutrients. This creates some serious problems. A. All isolates are exposed to acid processing. B. Your body cannot assimilate proteins in isolated form, hence no bioavailability. C. Due to being overprocessed, isolates turn out to be deficient in key amino acids and other nutritional enzymes. Bonus tip of the year would be to avoid whey containing any heavy metals. A Consumer Reports evaluation showed some leading brands of protein powders exceeded United States Pharmacopoe's USP recommended safety limits for certain heavy metals. You want to avoid these products at all costs, because any high concentration of heavy metals taken over time could lead to serious health consequences. Commonly, whey protein is derived from milk during the making of cheese through a natural fermentation process, but later we will introduce you to the concept of plant-based protein powder. But for now, let's talk about the raw processing difference, because it applies to both. When whey protein is low temperature processed raw or cold processed, it retains many of its fragile immune factors and nutrients, leaving it loaded with the ideal blend of easily absorbed amino acids, anti-inflammatory immune factors, and metabolism boosting peptides, along with potent antioxidants and alkaline minerals. This raw whey protein concentrate has been found to have a variety of health benefits. It helps to maintain your blood sugar after a meal by helping your insulin to work more effectively. Studies show that lowering your blood sugar after meals may be more beneficial for your health than that of lowering via fasting. Promoting proper insulin secretion is imperative to obtaining optimal health. B helps to promote your assimilation of proteins, fats, carbohydrates, vitamins, and minerals needed for your overall well-being. C boosts your immune system, and it contains immunoglobulins. Immunoglobulins, also known as antibodies, are glycoprotein molecules produced by plasma cells, white blood cells. They act as a critical part of the immune response by specifically recognizing and binding to particular antigens, such as bacteria or viruses, and aiding in their destruction. D helps to preserve lean body tissue, as it delivers bioavailability amino acids and cysteine. Finally, these cold processed whey proteins will help maintain blood pressure levels that are already within normal ranges. Blood after 7 weeks of taking this plant-based protein powder, and they found a 30% increase in circulating gamma delta T cells, an important indicator of immune function. They also reported a 40% reduction in DNA strand breaks. DNA is the basic genetic building block of our bodies. Both of these findings are indications of how adding good whole food nutrition works at a cellular level to make us healthier. The added good nutrition in this case came from plant-based protein powder. After reading to this point, I am sure your common sense agrees that it is important to use a brand that is free from pesticides and is made from plants, which has not been heat treated nor fortified with hormones and antibiotics, right?